Opening credits. Ancient Rome, a concise overview of the Roman history and mythology, including the rise and fall of the Roman Empire. Ancient History, Book 3. Written by Eric Brown. Narrated by John B. Leen. Introduction. Congratulations on downloading Ancient Rome, and thank you for doing so. Few societies and historical periods capture our fascination as much as ancient Rome. With a founding steeped in legend, along with the rise and fall of a monarchy, a republic, and an empire filled with colorful and often even bizarre leaders and popular figures, it is no wonder that it has been the source of inspiration for a multitude of novels, movies, and television shows. While this entertainment fare has had varying degrees of historical accuracy, a great deal of artistic license does not need to be taken to make the story of ancient Rome intriguing and scintillating. It was a society and a people rich with drama that still captures our interest even today, more than 1,500 years since the fall of the great Roman Empire. There are many books on this subject on the market. Nonetheless, thank you once again for choosing this one. Every effort was made to fill it with as much useful information as possible. Please enjoy. Chapter 1. The Founding of Rome and Rise of a Republic. Remus and Romulus. The story of the founding of Rome is one steeped in legend and enough drama to rival any modern-day soap opera or novella. The mythology of its origin centers on the twin brothers Romulus and Remus, who were known in various legends to be the sons of a mortal woman and either the god Mars or the demigod Hercules. The woman, Rhea Silvia, was the daughter of Numitor, the deposed king of Alba Longa, a city in the central area of the Italian peninsula. Rhea Silva was forced to take vows of chastity as a Vestal virgin, a priestess in service to the goddess of home and hearth, Vesta. This was to prevent her from producing heirs who might renew claims to the throne. Fearing that the divinely conceived twins might become rivals for his title, the usurper king of Alba Longa, Amulius, who was also Rhea Silva's uncle, ordered that the twin infants be killed. He stipulated that their murders should be through drowning, a method chosen to prevent possible retribution from the gods. Taking even further care to avoid having the blood of his kin on his hands, Amulius relegated the murderous task to a servant, who was instructed to cast the boys into the river Tiber. The servant was unable to carry out the task, however, taking pity on the infants. Instead, he sent them down the river in a basket. Legend holds that the river god Tiberinus calmed the waters to ensure the twins' safe journey and assisted in letting the basket reach the riverbank at the base of one of the 7 hills of Rome, the Palatine. After washing ashore, they were found by a she-wolf, or lupa, that suckled them. The animal kept them alive until they were discovered and taken in by a shepherd named Faustulus and his wife, Acca Larentia. The boys were raised by Faustulus as his own sons. They grew up to become shepherds, following in the footsteps of the man who adopted them. There are several variations of the story on how the twins eventually discovered their true identities and confrontation that followed with Amulius, their great-uncle, and the still-sitting king who had ordered their deaths. Yet all versions of the legend agree that Remus and Romulus killed Amulius. They then declined the offer to take the throne of Alba Longa, preferring instead to establish a new city and return the title back to their grandfather, Numitor. Upon determining to found a new city of their own, the brothers argued about the appropriate location. Romulus believed that it should be at the site where they had washed ashore as infants, near the Palatine. Remus was of another mind, however, choosing to settle near another part of the 7 hills, the Aventine. Unable to come to an agreement, they determined to leave the decision to the hands of the gods by seeking signs of prophecy in the natural world, a practice termed as augury. Unfortunately, this also
Sample complete. Ready to continue?